In previous steps we connect our accounts, prospecting. Now is the next step, create your first campaign. So as a first we will connect our email and LinkedIn, and now we can name it our first campaign and press to continue. And as we talked in the previous steps, you can just use your LinkedIn search, posting engagement link, attendees, group members, or just use standard CSV import. Okay, so we will start with post engagement, let's say, to show you how it works. So just go there, copy link from the post, and just put it there, and we will set like 10 guys limitation and continue. Now the system is working on the backend to create our audience. We can take a look, and that post there is quite a lot of interactions, so we need only 10 of them, so we are safe. And now we have just created our first campaign, so let's click on the first step and you can choose the action, and then you can continue with condition. We can start with sending connection requests or find emails. It really depends if you want to send multi-channel or only LinkedIn campaign. So okay, let's say we will first find emails. And there are two types what we can choose, valid and risky. We will use always only valid, because with risky emails you are risking your domain reputation and you never want to do this. So just click on the valid, then you can choose if you want to use work emails or direct emails. Work emails is always safe because it's according to GDPR. You are not fighting with personal emails, so work emails is the safest way always. Continue. Now was added automatically this section, and we can set there if we want to continue to next step immediately or wait for 5 days. So okay, let's say we can choose 1 day to when we will reach the work email, so we can continue to send email, and we can just write their email body, and also subject, let's say hi, first name, what are you doing, and we can continue. It's really up to you what you want to send in email. You can just use some opener before you will connect them on the LinkedIn, or you can start with LinkedIn. It's really up to you. Here on the button is enable open tracking and enable link tracking. I know that most of the influencers for email outreach are recommending to switch off these two buttons, because yes, if you switch on these buttons, and there are also some pixels for tracking, so your emails have a little bit worse deliverability. But question is, was this for you more important? Because someone prefers better deliverability, but the difference is only slightly. It's really small difference. I personally prefer to keep these metrics on, because for me it's much important to know how great or how bad the result is. You know, there is little difference, like 1-2%, there is almost nothing. So I don't want to risk some bigger problems, because you know, if it's something wrong, you can make some adjustments and make it better. If you have no idea if it's working or not, how to adjust it. So for me it's not important like 1-3% difference. For me it's interesting like 15, 20, 30% difference. In case you have campaigns which are running for long term with great results, okay, you can switch off these buttons because it's helping too. But anyway, time to time you have to switch on them and to take a look if it's still working well. Because sometimes if you are using the same subject or same email for a long time, it stop works. So anyway, time to time you need to take a look if it's good or not. Okay, so now we are finishing with email, and let's continue to the next. Email is everywhere the same, so we will not continue with email. In case system will not to find correct email, so you can just, like second option, use LinkedIn request. So I don't know, hi, first name, and you can write anything you want, or you can use also templates, and they are here. If you are skilled in sales outreach, you will write better ones. If you are not, you can start with these pre-made templates. So use the templates, and you can also set after how many days will be withdraw the request, because in case you have so many of the requests, so it's not helping to your LinkedIn account, because there is also some rating of your profile, and if you have like 2,000, 3,000 connection requests which are not accepted for a long time, so LinkedIn don't like it and it doesn't help to your account. I recommend always to switch on this option and use their, I don't know, like 14 or 21 days. Anyway, on LinkedIn are limitations, so you cannot send like 500 invitations a month. You can start with 5 invitations a day and then continue to 20, let's say. Okay? And here you can create complete logic what you want to do. So you can send like first email, second email, third email. If it's not working, send connection. When invitation will be not accepted, so you can in 7 days send other email and continue like that. If your invitation still will be not connected, so you can in second week send also like with profile or like posts just to be more visible. You can set there, I don't know, like 2 days, 4 days, doesn't matter. And then on the end there is if it's connected or not. If your invitation was accepted, so you can just put there new step, send message and just start outreach. Again, I don't know, write anything, or you can use template, like this one, and continue. If it's not answering, again, message, and continue. Next. And the same you can do with emails, but you are not allowed to do it here because you don't have email, because here was not email. But if you go to the other line, you have email, so okay, you can send sequence. And again, you can create email, you can with profile, and you can continue like this. This system have only one limitation, and that's you cannot trigger the behavior of the sequence, he was respond or not. That's the main reason why I create this simple multi-channel outreach course. It can be really helpful, this logic, but you cannot create really smart logic, because if you want to create really smart logic based on if he answered or didn't answer, what was part of the answer, so you need to use different tools and you need to create much more complicated logic, because you can integrate there also, I don't know, like ChatGPT and other tools. So you can send sequence when answering, ChatGPT can validate which kind of the answer it is positive or negative. GPT can create answer or give you some recommendation, or I don't know, decide what's happen next. So you can create much more complicated logic that this one is here. But this here is the basic. That's probably all you need to know about campaigns, and it's really up to you which logic you want to create. And now let's jump into the last part of this course, how to set up your LinkedIn and what's social selling index, because that's really important to your campaigns. If your profile is not set well, campaign will not working well. It's working hand to hand. Let's jump into the next section right now.